fast you were going.
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast. If you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Leave now. Run in your safe space. Get your little cloth for your tears. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any local or government agency. Welcome to Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. I'm your host. As always, the Iceman, and tell everybody happy Easter. Hope everyone had a good one. Hope everybody remembers the real reason for Easter and not just the candies, eggs, and all that other good stuff. So hope everybody got to enjoy it with their family. Let's get the housekeeping out the way. Of course, if anyone wants a great cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com and use the promo code MotorCop15 and you will get 15% off your order along with getting some very premium cigars. They're delicious. Go grab you some up if you like cigar. Also, if you want any merchandise, this is the Wanna Fuck Your Feelings shirts, you can go either to the website or you can go to the Etsy store, get your Motor Cop merchandise if you'd like. If you would, if you want extra episodes, pictures, videos, all that kind of good stuff, you can go join the Patreon, 3 different tiers, or you don't have to. I'm going to continue to put free stuff out. It's all up to you. We are going to shout out the crew members, helps pay the bills around here. And we're going to get this started. We got Mr. John D. Burley Boards, Mr. Dan Carlson with Burley Boards. We got T-Bird. We got Mr. Jim P. from the Short Track Guys podcast. Y'all can check that out if you like race car stuff. We got our truck driving friend, Mr. Hoppy Hopperson. We got Mr. Blake Walker. We got Aaron from I Had to Say It podcast. We got Christopher DeMars. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy Spalding. That's Roy with the S, not Roy with the P. We got our favorite girl from down under, JoJo. We have Kaylee Norris and Natasha A., our 2 girls from the state of Washington, and the OG crew member, Melissa Holstein. We appreciate every single one of y'all. See, Melissa is here. Happy Easter. We got Lydia is saying happy Easter. Thank you. Hope y'all had a good Easter. Oh, and we have JoJo, and it's probably Monday during work time for her right now. Hope you had a good Easter yesterday. We if anybody does pay attention or follows the podcast on Facebook, y'all know we had to put the other male Great Dane down Friday. Bo, he was about 10 or 11 years old. He was a rescue, and he just got to where he couldn't stand up anymore. He was completely like immobile. When it happened, we let a day pass, and we brought him the next day. He poor guy had used the bathroom on himself. He had poo-pooed himself, and he was so upset he was whining. We got down there and cleaned him up, and he was like so embarrassed with himself he wouldn't even look at us for a while. So it was unfortunate. We had to bring him in and have him put to sleep, but he was extremely old too. So kind of rough putting 2 of your dogs down within 6 weeks of each other, but it wasn't a surprise with them. We didn't, them being together for 10 years. So, and keep a little prayer in mind. Bam Bam's mom, my mother-in-law, is in the hospital. They had to bring her to the hospital last night with some not heart problems, blood pressure problems and stuff. And they're working on it, and hopefully they'll get her all straightened up, and she will be able to come home tomorrow. So hopefully, got to get her all better. It's been going on for a couple weeks now. So that's basically the just that stuff. We're gonna put a little. That is the wrong background. I'm trying to. I got a happier background. Stand by. There it is. Happier background. Now, Easter background. We're gonna start out. Of course, it's gonna be all Louisiana stories as usual when I do these like this by myself. Maybe a rant here or there. Depends on if it pops in my head. This first one, we're just going to talk about it. I know y'all remember talking about the Addis cop not too long ago that was in Chase, got in a wreck. The people died. And then recently we had some other stuff. They got this lawmaker out here in Baton Rouge. He's trying to pass a law about the pursuit stuff, where basically they're just making it where he don't want to come out straight out and say, hey, we don't want the cops chasing people, because he knows he's going to get backlash for that. But what he is doing is he's trying to make it where basically if law enforcement gets in any kind of traffic pursuit and any kind of accident happens, they're going to get the ever-living shit suit out of them. Trying to find the story, and we'll just listen to the audio on it. And here we go. Once that passes, a little commercial, but we'll listen to what they had. We'll just listen to the audio and we'll talk about it. I just think it's asinine.
Next tonight, the proposed law dealing with violent crashes caused by high-speed chases. We're talking stiffer and expensive penalties for law enforcement agencies. News 2's Nick Perlin asked the representative pushing this bill why he thinks it's needed.
Michael, State Representative Edmund Jordan says his bill won't get rid of police chases, but wants to do something to discourage them in the future.
You're looking at video showing a high-speed chase on the WBRZ traffic camera Tuesday. You can see flashing lights racing down I-12 early that morning. Luckily, no one was hurt, but other chases this year have been deadly. Last month, Baton Rouge police started chasing a driver on Florida Boulevard. That person sped away and ended up slamming into a truck, killing an innocent bystander, Victor Duncan. And in Bruley, Addis officer David Cawthron sped through a red light and slammed into a car, killing 17-year-old Maggie Dunn and 16-year-old Caroline Gill. Maggie's brother Liam was badly hurt in the crash.
We need to do something to limit these chases because innocent people are dying.
State Representative Edmund Jordan says there needs to be something in place to discourage police chases. That's why he's proposing a bill to make departments pay financially if a chase ends in death or major injury to an innocent bystander.
If you say to them, hey, look, it's going to cost you, then that usually brings them in line to make sure that they're going to follow the policies.
While the tragic crash in Bruley that killed Dunn and Gill is one of the reasons Jordan is proposing this bill, we've also seen police chases kill law enforcement as well, when Sergeant David Poirier and Corporal...
All right. Of course, Steve's the fucking Democrat. So he wants to make the departments and shit pay for police chases. Police chases wouldn't start if the people would just fucking pull over or not run. So if you want to make somebody pay for it, because if an innocent person gets killed, make the person that's running pay for it. stiffen the penalties on the law. Of course, he's a fucking Democrat, so he just wants to stop chases altogether. Be like in these big blue cities, these big blue areas where they don't chase cars. So it's all the bad guys do. They know that the cops aren't going to chase them, so they just fucking take off. And that's basically what will happen here in this state is if his shit gets passed, because the department don't want to get sued. So if this idiot fucking gets in a crash and kills somebody, they're going to turn around. They already turn around and sue the department as it is, but he just wants to make it easier. How about this fucking dumbass politician say, look, what I want to pass is a law. If you are running from the police and you cause an accident and innocent people die and you're convicted, it's an automatic life sentence in prison. If you're running from the police and you cause an accident and innocent people get injured badly, it's going to be a minimum of 50 years with no possibility of probation or parole, and you're going to do it flat. Let's put the blame where the blame needs to be, on the criminal. But of course, you got a fucking Democrat politician who wants to put the shit off on law enforcement. So when the bad guys start doing more bad shit because they know the cops aren't going to chase them, they're gonna like, well, the cops ain't doing their job. No, the cops want to do their job. Why don't you untie our hands? Why don't you go ask the people who live in New York or in San Francisco and all these fucking in Portland and fucking all these places like that. Go ask them how they're liking all this, spare the criminal and tie law enforcement's hands. How's that working out for them? That's all this stupid son of a bitch is trying to do. He's just trying to put a little nicer word on it. I guarantee you he's an anti-police person. Guarantee it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed it don't happen. If it does happen, I'm glad I ain't got much time left, because it's just going to be more and more of them trying to tie law enforcement hands. So, see, Ashley agrees with me. See, it's already getting me pumped up, pissed off. Then he's going to try to throw in the deaths of the two Baton Rouge cops because they were involved with a chase that happened. They were in a helicopter that crashed, and the crash didn't occur because they were chasing the guy. The chase had been called off, and it was probably a mechanical issue with the aircraft that could have happened anytime. So don't try to throw that in there also, because I can guarantee you that politician there could give a flying rat's ass if any cops get hurt doing anything. So he's a fucktard, and here's more politicians trying to make laws for law enforcement that know fucking diddly squat about enforcing laws. But people elect them in positions now. Now I guess they're experts on everything, right? Because they got elected into something. He went to college. He's something like that. I know a lot of stupid people that went to fucking college. Lots of them. So on to the next one we can bitch about. Some video. I got quite a few videos. So this is about a hit and run.
St. John Parish is now facing possible prison time.
That's not it. You know how I am. Here we go.
Rouge led to a disturbing discovery: 2 underage girls being trafficked to men at all hours of the night. Chris Nakamoto in the investigative unit here now with how police connected the dots.
Michael's cell phone messages and pictures corroborated the underage girl's story. It also led to the arrest of a man who's now charged with trafficking them. Chad Michael Armstead is in all sorts of trouble tonight. The 29-year-old man is accused of trafficking 2 16-year-olds to men across the Baton Rouge area. Arrest documents show 2 16-year-old females got away from Armstead when he stepped out of the car. They were involved in a hit-and-run crash and told investigators they had run away from the Department of Children and Family Services and were staying with Armstead. The girls told investigators they met Armstead on social media, and he immediately began having sex with them. before he trafficked them to random men in the area, selling them for $80 for 30 minutes, $120 for an hour, $150 for 1.5 hours, and $500 for an overnight visit. The victim said he would work them in shifts from late at night to early morning. Armstead would force them to have sex like clockwork when men were getting off of work from the plant. The Department of Children and Family Services, well aware that human trafficking is a major issue in our area. This was an employee who talked about it recently.
These traffickers, they are hanging out at malls and shopping centers and libraries, and they are not presenting as these awful, scary people.
The locations involved in this case were 3 motels: Paradise Inn on Airline Highway, the OEO Hotel on Gwenadale, and the Motel 6 on Rieger Road. Following their story coming to light, investigators found profiles that Armstead set up on websites where he would actively sell their services.
People really think this is a problem elsewhere. Oh, maybe it's in the big cities, maybe it's international, but it's not. I mean, we're talking about in Louisiana, we're talking about in the cities that we go to.
Armstead remains locked up in the East Baton Rouge Parish Jail. His bond was set at $140,000. The Department of Children and Family Services issued a statement saying it takes human trafficking seriously, and a juvenile sex trafficking hotline went live this year. Already, 44 investigations have opened because.
Oh, we take human trafficking serious. No shit. You got to send out a statement for that, really? Really got to send a statement out for that? That piece of shit up there. What about all the pieces of shit that was paying to have sex with these underage girls? I bet he barely does any time either. Pay attention. Especially if you got young daughters out there, pay attention. There's a shit ton of predators. Shit ton of predators. What's up, Aaron? Shit ton of predators out there. Would love to get their hands on little young girls like that. No. That's what they do. Like I said, this piece of shit up here, he probably thought he was like Mac Daddy Pimp motherfucker or something like that. The only thing he needs, take care, because when he does get out of jail, he'll just go back to doing the same exact thing. The only thing that stops motherfuckers like that is what comes out at the end of pew-pews. Maybe it'll happen one day. Karma can be a bitch.
Ascension Parish is now facing possible prison time after an argument with a.
Look at this motherfucker right here. You don't even think he would look that scary to be involved in a shooting, do you?
Worker led to gunfire. This happened at Hannah Q Smokehouse in Prairieville this morning. News 2's Fallon Brown,
which is an excellent barbecue place,
spoke with the Ascension Parish Sheriff, who is outraged tonight.
Hannah Q Smokehouse is closed for the day due to an attempted murder that happened earlier this morning.
And then, and then they fucked up everybody's lunch. Oh, Kelly. What the fuck did they get in an argument with? Over barbecue sauce? I mean, fucking really?
Popular Prairieville barbecue restaurant sat empty Thursday with a sign on the door apologizing for the inconvenience.
We're sorry our employees decided to shoot at each other today. As we clean up the blood, we will be open tomorrow for business.
But earlier that morning, the parking lot was filled with police after one employee allegedly shot another.
2 young men got into an argument, a verbal argument, on what workstation they were going to be assigned to that day.
Oh, motherfucker, I did chicken yesterday. I want brisket today. Oh, no, I'm the brisket guy. What'd you, I mean, really? Really? You're getting a shooting over your workstation? That's your minimum fucking wage job. Now let's go to prison.
Unbelievable that a argument over a workstation led to gunfire.
Ascension Parish Sheriff Bobby Weber outraged by the circumstances that could have led to someone losing their life.
I'm just saying we need to get back to some basics about being able to confront each other, being able to talk about things, and be able to at least agree to disagree.
You can hear that Sheriff Weber right there. He's pissed off. I mean, really? These motherfuckers, thank God nobody got, I guess nobody got hit or killed. They probably shooting sideways. They got in fight over which workstation they were going to work at that day. Like Aaron said, somebody want to do fries. Fuck that. You know what? That's why I'd want to be on fries. That's the easiest shit ever. Drop, pick it up. Drop, shake, pick it up. I mean, they can argue. Gonna fucking get in a shooting over who was putting the lids on the drinks or something.
Agree over something as simple as, I'll take the dishes today if you'll take the floor.
The alleged shooter, 22-year-old.
And look at this fucktard. First of all, look at his hair back over here. The fucker needed a haircut. Okay? I mean, I could say so much shit about it. Yeah, you were right, Aaron. Punk kid. Look at this motherfucker right here.
Tristan Williams was booked into the Ascension Parish Jail later that afternoon, facing 4 felony charges and a misdemeanor drug count.
Mr. Williams now is going away, and he should for a long, long time, because he needs to be in jail for shooting a co-worker.
And Sheriff Weber's message to the community.
Sounds like somebody did get hit. He's just lucky they didn't die. Over who's going to do, I mean, like I said, what, maybe a $10 an hour job? Really? Really? Yeah. Yeah, well, I think they have better control of themselves at the Waffle House. He's a twat waffle. It's fucking stupid. Of course, they got him with a little bit of weed. Where this dude got 4 counts of probably attempted manslaughter on him. Hopefully, he gets that. He'll do at least 10 years or something. Maybe he'll think twice about it next time when he gets out and he's in his 30s.
Community is simple. That type of behavior doesn't fly in his parish.
Here's what you do, Fallon. You slay those dragons. You go out and you make arrests, and you fight it very hard. You don't sit back and for information. You go find information. And people are committing these violent crimes in Ascension Parish. They're going to go to jail, because we're not going to stop and we're not going to sleep till they're in jail.
The victim was shot in the chest, but is expected to be okay. Reporting in Prairieville.
He's pretty damn lucky he got shot in the chest and he's still gonna live. So fucking stupid. And the guy still didn't get to work where he wanted to work at because he had to run. He should get the fry cook job in jail. The way his little white soft skin looked, Melissa, he's probably gonna get a job. Probably slobbing on some knobs in jail is what I would think. Once they shaved that so-called beard that he had off, his face off. This next one is extremely disappointing. Also, it's just tells you the state of how everything's going in the world today. Just another fucked up story.
Was locked up, accused of breaking the law in the word he's supposed to preach.
Joshua Lamb allegedly stole $100,000 from his employer. The investigative unit and Chris Nakamoto went looking for him at his church and explains how this scheme unfolded.
Sylvia Michael, sheriff's deputies say the crime involved reimbursements that Joshua Lamb made to himself, a lot of them. His employer says those payments were illegal and he was arrested for his alleged crimes.
Let me tell you something. It ain't about where you start. It's all about where you in.
For Pastor.
Well, Mr. Pastor, man, it's not all where you start, it's where you end. Well, like you ending up in fucking jail. I have friends that go to church and stuff all the time. And I used to be a big church goer way back in the day. And I don't go to church anymore because I've had some bad experiences with some supposedly men of the cloth lying and just being very deceitful and stuff like that. So I don't feel I need to go to church to have someone tell me what I believe in and how I should feel. And here's another example of it right here. This fucking piece of shit right here, Mr. Preacher Man. And he's stealing money from people. So, yeah, just like I said, just
something. It ain't about where you start. It's all about where you in.
For Pastor Joshua Lamb, it ended very badly last month.
He got a story.
When he was thrown in jail accused of stealing more than $100,000 from his day job, helping manage the Comfort Suites off Bluebonnet Boulevard.
It's important that you read for yourself. Because, first of all, your wicked ways only come when you're a believer.
Hypocrite.
Lamb, a preacher of God's word, is accused of violating the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal. He's charged with illegal transmission of monetary funds and theft.
I can get my Christmas gift a little early.
A quick search shows he has a history of arrests for stealing and forgery, multiple arrests for theft.
Of course, if you can see, this in this first go-around. Look, identity fraud, theft, forgery, theft, back in 88. Again in 88, forgery. More in 88, identity and more forgery. Theft of goods. Oh, we had a whole seatbelt ticket. That's just major right there. Tickets for headlights out. Illegal transaction of monetary funds. Theft. I mean, the dude's and he's being Mr., preacher up there. Chris said it's really unfortunate some people use, you're correct, people use religion for fraudulent purposes. Kind of like those TV preachers, a lot of them see, oh, send me $100 and I'm going to send you this cloth I prayed over. Okay, yeah. Hold on a minute while I write a check for that. Unfortunately, a lot of people do believe it and do send them money. Kelly says that's one big piece of shit he is. Yeah, I mean, $100,000 reimbursement and you're a manager at a hotel. I mean, what the shit are you buying out your own pocket?
Date back to 2014.
So who the hypocrite? So that means I have to sit there. I told my leaders, I said, I'm not going to come to my own church and bite my own tongue in my own church.
I'm wondering how much money he stole out of the collection plate through the years nobody knows about. Yes, Lydia, the elderly do get sucked in very easily on that.
I told assistants, I don't want you to sit on side of me, knowing that you ain't really for me.
In many of the videos posted online, Lamb summons people from Baton Rouge to appear here at his church, located in a strip mall in Baker. One door leading in, no one there Tuesday, and Lamb did not answer calls to his cell phone.
At one point in time, we used to try to do right. Some people be real, we don't even try.
It was the vice president of operations at the Comfort Suites that brought Lamb's alleged wicked ways to light. Investigators say Lamb, the general manager of the hotel, issued himself fraudulent reimbursements. The hotel says the reimbursements are always made with a paper check and not through the payroll system. But allegedly, Lamb used the payroll system to send payments directly into his bank account from July 2022 until last month, totaling $100,081.92.
I'm getting older and more mature, and because I've been, some of us be like this, I've been in church all my life, all I know is church.
Knows more than church.
How I'm supposed to go for church. But when it comes to real life, it's amazing to have a church full of people and still go home by yourself.
Tonight, Lamb got sent to jail by himself, and his services are no longer needed at the Comfort Suites.
Yes, it ain't.
Lamb told investigators all of the reimbursements were legitimate. We also reached out to the Comfort Suites for a comment on the story. Due to the ongoing investigation, their corporate headquarters said they could not comment.
I don't know about y'all. Kelly says devil in disguise. You're correct. All the reimbursements were they were legitimate. Bullshit. Unfortunately, this is why I don't go to church now, because of people like that. So, hopefully, he does get what's coming to him. But I guarantee you, there will still be people that show up, go to this man's church, and put money in the pass-around plate. Like to know how much he done stole out of that. I'm willing to put money that he steals. He takes his hand in that all the time, probably, especially if it's got cash in it. Now this next one, we're going to go to a middle school, and this has got to be learned for behavior, or they need to look into what this child does. I mean, it just ain't normal for a child this age just to do shit like this.
Student facing serious consequences for secretly recording his female classmates.
He was arrested and charged with video voyeurism after another student found a hidden camera in the girls' locker room. News 2's Bess Casserly has been looking into what happened, and she joins us now with some new information from investigators.
Sylvia Michael, this happened Friday at Galvez Middle School in Prairieville. The school system says the police and parents were immediately notified.
Parents and students at Galvez Middle School have nothing to worry about. School administrators and
That's funny right there. They have nothing to worry about. Okay.
School administrators and law enforcement say after a hidden camera was discovered in the girls' locker room.
We were able to get this under control pretty quickly. You know, it's a kind of an alarming situation, but we do want parents to know that we were able to get this.
Yeah, you get a middle school kid planting a camera in the girls' locker room, bathroom, whatever it was. You tell me a kid this age should not even know anything about voyeurism and doing all this shit. So what's happened to this kid, or who done taught this kid this? Where have he seen this stuff before to even think about doing it?
The control.
On Friday, the school's principal sent an email to families letting them know that an incident took place on campus involving images taken of students without their knowledge. But she didn't elaborate, citing the ongoing investigation. We're told the recording device was disguised as a pen.
Now, I will say, these pens right here, I bought one a year or so back to use at work. And the reason, the video part, it videotaped fine. And it videotaped at high definition. And the audio was fine, too. The problem is when it was in my pocket, the way it seemed like it was pointing up at the sky all the time. So I was just getting pictures of clouds. I got audio well, but it worked very well. My thing is of course, he's a middle school kid. That he thinks he was just going to lay a pen up in there and nobody was just going to say, oh, look, a pen, and not pick it up or anything like that and just put it in their pocket or something? Come on in. And is this the first time this kid's even done that? They're telling the parents they don't have nothing to worry about. Is this the first time? Or is there a whole bunch of video of their little girls floating around out there that people have gotten? I don't know. There's somebody probably put them up to. I mean, you can order these right here on freaking Wish or Amazon for, $20 and cheaper.
Hidden camera pens have been around for years. They're cheap, readily available, and can record HD quality video along with sound. As far as what was recorded, the sheriff's office would not say.
The content of the video is still kind of under investigation right now, so it's not much we can say on that.
They just don't want to say what's on there. They already know. They says, how did he order this? He might have got off of like Wish.com. I mean, he might have his own account. I mean, might have an allowance or something. Maybe it was maybe it was his parents had it or something. I don't know. But they're not hard to get.
But we have been able to make contact with those parents and make them aware.
Louisiana's video voyeurism law specifically targets recordings made for lewd purposes or recordings made secret.
My thing is if this kid was videoing underage girls, even though he's underage, it still constitutes kiddie porn. Did they charge him with that?
That includes certain kinds of nudity or sexual contact. The kid responsible has been arrested and charged, and the sheriff's office says all those seen on video have been notified.
So at this point, we just want to assure parents that the parties responsible for this, they have been arrested and charged, and so we believe that the situation has been taken under control. And again, those parents that have students that were involved in this or children that were involved in this, they were notified, and we're working with them as well to make sure that they know that their students will remain safe as well.
School system officials would not answer questions about what will happen to the juvenile who was arrested, but referred me to the Student Code of Conduct, which says that what he did was a major offense, but isn't clear about what that means. Michael.
Really, the kid ought to be expelled from school, if you ask me. Like I said, I think some of his home life might want to be looked into, because as a kid this age, well, where'd you learn this? How'd you even know about that stuff? So to me, something else is going on with that. That should be looked into. And like I said, did they charge him with production of kiddie porn or anything like that? Did they? They should. This next one is a feel-good story. It's not even bad. I don't put too many of these up here, but it's a good thing. So.
Proposal could provide funding to give bulletproof vests to law enforcement officers across Louisiana. Let's get to our Lester Dewey now with more on this. Lester.
Elizabeth State Rep Rick Edmonds says he got the idea for House Bill 442 after that terrible Sunday back in 2016. He tried to bring this legislation up during COVID, but the finances were just not there. And now he believes lawmakers have a path to make these bulletproof vests a reality.
What's in place to protect the heroes who serve us every day?
Even if someone does a terrible thing by taking a shot at an officer, at least they have a more than adequate chance of survival.
State Rep Rick Edmonds has filed a bill which would establish a fund of roughly $8.5 million to provide a critical resource to those who protect and serve us.
And the idea is that whether it's a village or whether it's a township or whether it's a metropolitan area, any particular peace officer that doesn't have a protective vest, we want every peace officer to have that protective vest.
The way they built these things, they're on your shoulder.
Central Police just received new Angel Armor vests about a year ago after applying for a grant.
I'm all about safety, and you know, my guys, it sends one home at the end of the day. They paid for themselves.
But these state-of-the-art bulletproof vests with all the bells and whistles have a hefty price tag that some agencies just can't afford.
Chief Corcoran believes these bulletproof vests could be a game changer for smaller police departments throughout the state.
There are departments that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and they might have maybe a $10,000 budget for the year. Well, just one of these vests are $2,500. It's a big game changer. You know, with the people out there wanting to defund the police, this is your safety. These are your protectors. And without these protectors out there with this type of equipment, they're not protected themselves.
We'll work hard on it. Our colleagues, I know they're pro law enforcement. They want to do the right thing to help our law enforcement officials. And so I feel really good about it. I appreciate you bringing us on today to chat about it, because I know you guys are always very helpful to try to help us get the message out.
So I'm told the funds would be monitored by the Louisiana Commission on Law Enforcement. There's still no word on the timetable as to when every officer in the state could receive one of those vests.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm lucky. Both departments I have worked for will that they give you vests. You don't have to pay for them. Some of these small departments, like you said, they don't have budget for it. Kelly said, "How humiliating would that be?" Yes. And who wants to see somebody use the bathroom? I mean, it's just, you gotta be a very gross person for that. They said, expelled at the minimum. Aaron said maybe he watched Porky. I was actually going to bring that up, that you say, but in the Porky movies, they didn't video nobody. They were hiding behind a sub wall, peeping through a little hole and stuff like that. I mean, all of us boys were like, man, I wish you could see in a girl's locker room. Yeah, but it was so unrealistic. This kid actually is tried to make his own Porkies, I guess. You know, Aaron said, when they call it bulletproof, bullet resistant is more accurate. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. The bullets don't bounce off of it. But I guess it's easier to say bulletproof than bullet resistant. Proof is easier to spell also. And us cops aren't real intelligent people. You haven't noticed. We're not. I know I suck at spelling. Spell check is one of the best inventions that ever came out for somebody like me. And this next one's very short. And of course, I don't know what the hell is going on with correctional officers. I mean, what the fuck? we're seeing a shit ton of this stuff.
Our I-team got their hands on this mugshot and a case report, which tells us this prison guard, Sarah Irwin, is out of a job and now facing criminal.
Look at her. Kind of resembles that chick up in Tennessee a little bit, a little chunkier, but
criminal charges. Investigators tell us she was arrested after she was found with drugs and a bunch of cell phones. Irwin has been charged with malfeasance in office on top of drug charges. The Department of Corrections said she only worked as a correctional officer for a few months, but they have cut ties with her after that arrest.
boy, you think? Do you think? So they think they're planning. Aaron says they're planning on banning body armor. Is that for the cops or just in general? And this prison guard up here worked for Angola for a few months. And it was already so weak-minded that when she got hired, it took her only took the inmates it looks like a couple of weeks or something to talk this bitch into smuggling in dope and all kind of other stuff like that. I guess she found love behind bars also, didn't she? www.aninmate.com. Must be a fucking hopping ass site, as I said, because all these stupid ass women doing this stuff. Weak minded people. That's just weak minded individuals. Men that bring stuff in. Weak minded. Weak minded. Yeah. Maybe in a prison. Maybe in a female jail. In general, so they're just talking about where civilians can't buy it. I remember when civilians couldn't buy bulletproof vests. I remember when it was against the law. I remember when it was against the law for civilians to own them, and now you got places like that sell them to civilians. So I mean, it's kind of asinine to me, but what do I know? I think that might be the end of the videos. I put them all up front. Yeah, I don't blame you. Especially with that new mayor they elected, it's going to be worse than Beetlejuice. I was reading some shit on him. He's a super defund the police person that they just fucking elected over there. So y'all gonna have a good time. Of course, this is from Calcasieu Parish News. It says 3 from Louisiana were arrested after bullets fly by pedestrians and officers in an airport parking lot. Aren't airports gun-free zones? Oh, they are. That's right. How's that work out? Said 3 men from Louisiana have been arrested after bullets fly by pedestrian officers in an airport parking lot. On April the 7th, Port Fourchon Harbor Police reported the arrest of 3 males in connection with the incident at the South Lafourche Airport. Must be a very small. This isn't a big airport. Trust me, I didn't know they had one there. You got Ernest Richaud, 44, of Galliano. Bryant Guidry, 40, of Houma. And my story just clicked on off of it. We can go back to it. And Bryant Guidry, 40, of Houma. And Warren Bork, of 48, of Chaplin, Louisiana, all charged with an incident with illegal use of weapons. No one got hit, thank God. They responded to a 911 call from a man who said he was being shot at while standing in the airport parking lot. Police reportedly responded in less than 1 minute. As they exited their vehicle, several bullets passed over and around them. They asked for backup after they suspected they were being targeted, and another officer and deputies from Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office responded. They established a perimeter and tried to contain the suspects. The rounds had stopped at that point. There was no longer any active threat. They indicated no suspects were located after several hours of searching. They found no evidence of apparent motive for the shooting. Anyway, they got a tip. They made their arrest and said that they were shooting .223 rifle and 4 handguns at targets in the direction of the airport. So these guys wasn't specifically shooting at anyone. They were just fucking stupid and don't have a clue that what's behind them or how far a bullet can travel. We're just out shooting at some paper targets there, officer. We wasn't shooting at nobody. Well, you're responsible for them bullets. So they have been charged. They need bigger signs. Oh yeah, the purge is definitely gonna happen in Chirac. Homa. You got Homa. It's Hou. Just know I know it must be the way I sound. Jojo said bright sparks. Yeah, they're really bright people there. Not really, just idiots. Nothing wrong with target practicing, as long as the bullets ain't almost hitting people, right? Can't almost shoot people. I was just out target practice. Oh, I got this new whiskey I bought, y'all. I haven't opened it and tried it yet. Bad Billy, I was on his podcast. I did a little section of podcast with him this weekend. We recorded it, and we were talking afterwards about this whiskey. He says Lead Slinger's whiskey. I haven't got to try it yet, but it's owned by some veterans, and it's made by some veterans, called Lead Slinger's bourbon right here. But they had this one here too. I'm assuming it's the same flavor, but I bought it because it was a Lead Slinger's Thin Blue Line bourbon. And it's on the label right there, as y'all can see. So, looking forward to trying it. I got some, first time I tried it, I got the bottle in there. It's a different brand. It's a brown sugar flavored. First time I tried it, I actually liked it. It was good. So, brown sugar is good flavored whiskey. Nope, you did not tell me about the moonshine cocktail you made. You're going to have to either call me or text me and let me know about it. This next story, pull up a little picture here. One of these ladies right here, one of them looks pregnant. These ladies right here, I think they did some naughty business. They went into the Total Wine store, which I was there yesterday. Went and bought some whiskey. Not the Lead Slingers. I had to go to a whole different place to find that. But these ladies up here, the police are looking for them. They went into the Total Wine store and they were leaving out with it was. I did find out it was $1,100 worth of liquor filled in several shopping carts, because that's a lot of alcohol. As they were leaving out, of course, some employees were like, excuse me, ladies, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. Well, these bitches are not ladies right here. They're like, no, leaving out of here with my free alcohol. Well, they pepper spray 3 of the employees in the face over there. They were able to escape. I don't know how they were able to get all that shit loaded up and get out of there, but they did. So these bitches are wanted right here, stealing $1,100 worth of alcohol. Now, I've been in there and spent like $400 in alcohol, and it's filled up the back of my freaking Corvette. And I got the hatchback. It's a lot of area back there. Yeah, I could just text me. Jojo says that's just 2 bottles here. Liquor, alcohol costs that much in Australia. Damn. I did. I will say this. I did get to. They were doing some tastings and some stuff, and I did taste some Hennessy for the first time, and it was actually good. The girl did look at me. She's like, "Well, how do you want it?" I said, "Just get it to me neat, you know." And she's like, "Okay, well, you know, it's gonna taste like this, and it might just have a little kick to it." And I was like, "Well, what proof is it?" "Oh, it's 40 proof." I'm like, "Yeah, it's like it's not gonna kick at all." You know, not with no. It's like 40% alcohol or something like that, whatever it was. Now I've been, you know, some of the stuff I drink is 120 proof. So it was actually good. And she's like, I said, well, how much is it? Because I always, you know, thought Hennessy would have been extremely expensive. Well, it's only like $35 a fifth. I mean, that's not on the high end at all. You could do that in one bottle. Well, I've seen some bottles cost way more than that. I got a bottle of, I think it's actually right over there, of Still Austin, and it's like $83 a fifth for it. But you know, but usually you know, 30 to 50 is usually what I spend on a bottle of decent whiskey. So, but yeah, those women right there hope they enjoyed themselves, because they'll eventually get caught. Somebody will turn them in. Now, this next one I think is kind of neat. Is a Central Louisiana legislator is proposing a new bill that or a new law that would create a buffer zone between bystanders and police. So, you know, we've all seen the videos. Cops are trying to arrest somebody. So, I can't breathe, and all this shit like that. Of course, they do that shit because they want to draw a crowd in. Well, basically, it would be against the law, and you could be arrested if you come in within 25 feet of a law enforcement officer while he's performing his duties. Okay? Which I think is a great thing, because I've had that happen, you know, several times when I'm trying to arrest somebody and they do that shit, and people get up on top of you, especially if you're by yourself. Because I don't care how big and bad you are, you're not going to fight off that many people. This ain't a movie; it's real life. So the penalty, you'd get a fine up to $500, and you get 60 days in jail, or both if you do it. They're calling it a safety bill. 25 feet's close enough where you can still videotape me, but it's at least far enough back that I don't feel like you're getting ready to, you know, grab a hold to me or something like that. So I think this would be a great thing. I hope this one does pass. And also, one of the reasons I think I like it is because we have these. I haven't had the opportunity to have to deal with any of them, thank goodness. And is these fucking First Amendment orders. Excuse me. These First Amendment auditors that come around, and they're all over YouTube. I'll go look at them. I don't subscribe to any of them because I just don't want to give them any extra, you know, subscriptions and shit like that. But they basically harass the fucking cops. And I mean, videotaping is fine. I don't care if you do. They want to get right up on them, you know, while they're trying to do their work and stuff like that. This would have to make them stay at least 25 feet away, which they can still videotape from that distance. Hey, Ron says he got expensive taste on a Mad Dog budget. That's like having a champagne taste on a beer budget. And don't drink Bud Light beer, because it's like tranny fluid. It'll make you gay. Check out my TikTok I made on it. I really thought that would have got way more views than what I've been getting on it. I'm a little disappointed. So next one, we got a little couple that got arrested. Don't you love when you love each other so much that you actually go to jail with each other also? That's true love. There we go. How many of y'all go to prison for your loved one? It's also out of Calcasieu Parish News that a couple was arrested. Let's pull up their picture. There's the pretty little couple right there. Look at them. Put them on your Christmas gift, Christmas card list. If people still do that. Anyway, what they got arrested for was Mr. Man right here was on work release. Chicky Poo, his girlfriend. I love you. Let's see what his name is before I just start making shit up. He said he was on work release. His name is Kendall Brown. Kendall James Brown. Her name is Trisha Lynn Piku. Both 27 years old. Out of Houma. That's not your relatives, is it, A.A. Ron? So anyway, Mr. Brown, right there, he's like, he called her up. Hey, honey. And she's like, yes, honey. Yes, Trisha. I miss you. I miss you too. You're so cute. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna be out working at wherever they got me working at work release. Frying chicken and Popeye. Look, I'm gonna be out there tomorrow. What I want you to do is I want you to get the car. I want you to swing on by. Pick me up. Tired of it. I need to spend time with the woman that I love. Oh, whatever you say, my criminal boyfriend. You're so great. So she goes and picks him up. And they go for a little ride. I think they're staying in a little hotel room. I hope for her sake that the dick was worth it. Because her ass done picked up felony charges now. And, of course, he's been removed from the work release program along with an escape charge. And, like I said, that's true love right there. I love you. I love you too. Look, I can't be able to write you right now. I got me another girl on the outside now, and you just locked up and you can't bring me no money for my commissary and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it's true love for him, but I doubt it. She just called a charge for this motherfucker is what she did because she's weak-minded. Ladies. And I know nobody that listens to me would be smart, would be stupid enough to date an inmate. But if anybody happens to come across this and listen to it and you're a lady and you have low self-esteem and you're weak-minded, don't date fucking criminals. Go find somebody that's not a criminal. Go to church or something. I mean, fucking stop dating criminals. Yes, but he had knuckle tattoos. Well, I'm sorry if that's what you mean. If he has knuckle tattoos, I would suggest that you don't date him. Just saying. So, what about Roy? Roy is there says it's not his people. I was just checking. You said you had family in Omaha. Well, I'm glad I crack you up. I try. Hey, Ron. Roy is a different. We sent him to counseling, and I even paid for it. The counselor gave me my money back with a tip and asked me if I'd please never send him back over there again because Roy is that bad off. Roy S., that's Roy P. And they said there's no help for him. No help whatsoever. Well, see, I'll pray for Roy P. He's probably back in Facebook jail already because he is a habitual offender. Now, I don't know how many of you people that listen to me smoke or used to smoke or dip or chew or whatever like that. But you know, I do vape, but I vape have no nicotine in it. I used to smoke. I used to be a pack and half-day smoker. And even though I have nicotine, I still have the craving. That's why I do enjoy my vaping. But when you have that nicotine craving so bad, you will do anything for it. It'll even give you crazy eyes like this dude. I guess fucking. Look at this fucking fucked up tattoo here. At first I was thinking, damn, dude's got a hairy chest. It looks like a fucking fucked up eye of the tiger tattoo. Is what I'm guessing it was supposed to be. Or one of those little map puzzle things when you're a little kid and you gotta take the pencil and draw and try to find the end of it. It's either that or Eye of the Tiger. Look at him. He needed cigarettes, like really fucking bad. Anyway, this dude goes in a gas station armed. It's in Baton Rouge. He allegedly entered a gas station with a gun and said, "Motherfucker, I want cigarettes, and I don't want the cheap ones." This is Maverick. His first name is Maverick. Last name is Rester. That probably was wrong with him right there. 33 years old. He walked into a racetrack on O'Neill Lane. They told deputies that he had a handgun. He told the cashier, "If y'all call the cops, go ahead, but I'm getting me some cigarettes." Witnesses said that he grabbed himself a pack of Newports. No, I don't know what brand they were, but I'm just guessing. They said that he just went in the parking lot while the deputies were on the scene. When they asked him where the woman went, he said, "I told her to leave because I was fixing to go to jail," because he had a woman with him. Baby, Betty Sue, look, I got us 2 packs of Newports. I know they're delicious. Deliciously cool. Mentholy cool. Yummy. But you might want to skedaddle along now, little darling. Because them county monies are on their way. And I don't think they're going to be none too happy with me when they get here. And I don't need you getting in no trouble. Because I love you. You're my woman and my sister. Now you go on get home now, girl. And she ran home. I'm guessing. Anyway, it don't say that in here. But he said, "I told her to leave 'cause I'm fixing to go to jail." They also found him with a little bit of drugs in his pocket. What kind of drugs would that might be? Are y'all guessing that would be some marijuana? You would be fucking wrong. He had a little of that little of that heroin in his pocket. Cause I don't fuck with that light stuff. Anyway, Mr. Rester right there, the Maverick, was arrested and booked for armed robbery, illegal carrying of a weapon, illegal possession of a firearm, and a drug-related offense. Armed robbery in Louisiana can carry up to a maximum of 9 years. Will you get that? I doubt he'll get that. They didn't say no. I guess they just let Bet. They didn't go after Betty Sue. She was pregnant with his cousin and his uncle. Same person that would be also. So to keep it in the family. It's the Maverick right here. Disgrace to the fucking name. He's not a Maverick. His mama liked Top Gun a lot. But he is no Tom Cruise. Okay. Crazy ass. Anyway, he's on jail. Betty Sue's at home. The world is safe yet again. So I leave the Maverick alone. And his nicotine fix was fixed for a little bit. Not long, because I don't think you can smoke in jail here anymore. Not like how you used to. They used to puff away. I wish I had a picture of this next one right here. Going over to Napoleonville. This is a lady in Assumption Parish Detention Center. Here we go. She wasn't a corrections officer anyway, at least, but she worked for a kitchen service or something. I guess a food service. Her name was Dawn Suckerman. It's Suchman, but it's kind of spelled like Suckerman. And I'm sure that's probably what she was doing anyway. She was 38 years old. She worked as a food service employee, which is for a contractor. But she was assigned to kitchen duties at the jail. I ain't never heard of such. Usually they have employees of the sheriff's office that do that, so I don't know how it works over there in Assumption. Anyway, they got tipped off that Suckerman was bringing drugs into the facility. So what did they do? They brought a canine in, and it sniffed around her car, and he was like, dog turned around, said, "Hey, boss, I smell drugs up in this motherfucker." And the handler patted him and says, "Good job, Viper." I don't know if that's the dog's name or not. Just made that up. But it sounded good. Dog's name Viper would be cool sounding. So then they searched it. And they have signs that says if your vehicles are on, the property there, it's subject to search anyway. And they found not H, but they found some M. Yes, they found some of the methamphetamine and some drug paraphernalia. Suckman, who was at work at the time, dillying out the peas with a ladle, said, "What you talking about? That ain't my car. That ain't my drugs. I don't know if she said that either. Anyway, she got fired, like right then and there. It's like, they were like Donald Trump on The Apprentice. You're fired. And then they said, and you could remain silent. And she was arrested for taking contraband to and from a penal institution for the penis itself. She was bringing stuff in the penal to get the penis. I'm assuming that's why she was doing it, because how many inmates have enough money to actually pay you? And she got arrested for the methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia. No bond was available at the time of this story. Another weak-minded lady. I wish I had a picture of her. She's probably ugly as shit, and that's what she had to do, I guess. I don't know. Weak-minded people. These ain't my pants. Where the fuck these pants come from? These ain't even the pants that I left the house in. Somebody swapped pants on me. Don't have an asthma attack, Kelly. I am not responsible for any breathing difficulties during the course of this show. This next one, we got a botched robbery. It's botched. Botched up. This fella right here, I'm assuming these are meth sores on his face and not big ass zits is what I'm guessing. Looks like he's been picking on himself. You hate it when you pick on. It's like you're bad enough when you're in school and you get picked on, but you know you got a bad life when you're picking on yourself, right? Well, this dude's stupid. This happened over in Prairieville, in Ascension Parish. They said this man up here is he was trying to help orchestrate a robbery plot. Now he's facing a murder charge after his would-be victim shot and killed one of his buddies during his botched heist. Caden Killian, 20 years old. Looks bad for 20, don't he? From Sanamaw, was arrested Saturday for second-degree murder, attempted armed robbery, criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, related to an October 25th crime. It says it's the latest example of an accused criminal being charged with their partner's death. They said Mr. Killian here and his co-conspirator, 19-year-old Travis Richardson, were shot after they tried to carry out a robbery at a home on John Broussard Road. They found Richardson shot to death at the scene and learned that Killian drove away in a truck that had been struck by gunfire. He was soon taken to a hospital, so his ass was shot too. They later learned that the men had driven to the address together with the plan to rob the person. The target shot Richardson, who was also carrying a weapon, and shot Killian before the would-be robber drove off. So, anyway, this dumb fucker right here decided, hey, buddy, yeah, what you doing? Well, you know, I know Sam up the road over there, and, you know, he goes to work every day and stuff, and I cut his grass for him, and I think he's got some money. And we don't have no money because we don't work. And our mom won't give us an allowance no more. So I think we ought to go rob him. It's like, damn, you're fucking so smart on. I don't even know how you didn't graduate to 6th grade. So they go over there in their Chevette. They're going to rob him. And the dude said, the fuck? What? You want my what? The money I earned? He's like, yeah, I got this gun. You gonna give me your money? He said, motherfucker, I got a gun too. Pew, 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 pew. And yep. And then the other one's like, oh, fuck, this ain't working out right. And he drives off, even though he's shot too. I think it's a good thing. Charge the bad guy. The man was defending himself, got killed, but you were on in it with him, though. Get charged with the murder. I think it's fucking fantastic. Bet you won't be picking his face up in there too much. Meth is a hell of a drug. It's really messed up out there. I mean, it's so messed up. I think I've got a lisp. Almost done. We are almost done. Y'all can get back to y'all's Sunday or Mondays for some people. JoJo. Don't want to move to Louisiana. It's so great down there. We have 2 dead. We have two more people dead. This happened up in Slidell, up towards New Orleans area, of course. The 2 people who are dead was including the gunman. Including the gunman's dead. The St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office, along with SWAT team members and detectives and crime scene technicians and cameramen and all kind of other people, I don't know if it's an obituary or something, responded to a home on Lake Village Boulevard. They made contact with the man inside the home who said there had been an exchange of gunfire between him and an acquaintance. The sheriff's office did not specify how long they were out there. Once the SWAT team members entered the home, they found 2 people dead inside, one which was the suspected gunman who deputies believed killed himself before the cops went in. No more information was about the standoff. So, he said it was his partner. So, I'm assuming it was 2 guys. Might have been having a little, I don't know, little booty bumping going on, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Fred, told you I loved you, Fred. When I said you were my favorite asshole, I really didn't mean it. In a gay kind of way. I mean, who knows? But they're both dead now. Unfortunately, you might have an innocent person dead, but the bad guy's dead. Good thing. Saves money on trials. So, if you have any friend named Fred that says that you're literally their favorite asshole, run. Because he wants to be inside of you. That is a public service announcement. You can take it as serious or not serious as you want to. If you wake up with a dick in your ass, don't say the Iceman didn't warn you. Going to this last story here. This fella right here. Bang. This dude pisses me the fuck off right here. I'm telling you. That's why I say last. Look at him. Look at him. Mr. Forehead. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, this motherfucker's a Hammond and Hammond. Tangipahoa Parish. Tangipahoa. They're searching for this man. What the fuck's his name? His name is Chad Babb. B-A-B-B. He is 49 years old. Means I'm fucking like 3 years older than this dude. And if y'all could, when I look way better than him. Fucker's ugly. He fucking went to the site of the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. That's where Holster and my wife, and when they came down, we all went there, had a good time. It's a cool place. These people spend a lot of time, money, and the people that work there and stuff with all their handmade stuff, There's a lot of work that goes into it. He allegedly is connected to the theft at their site. I don't know what he sold. He has warrants out for his arrest for counts of simple burglary, obstruction of justice, and criminal damage property. You better not damage some of them fucking houses over there. They did not specify what he stole. They reached out and they asked for more information, and they said, "It's none of your fucking business." He has warrants for his arrest, Mr. News People. Louisiana Renaissance Festival is currently in its off season, which it is. It's unclear if there was anyone on the site. I don't know if anybody lives there or not. It's a cool area. If you've never been to a Renaissance Festival, you ought to go. It's extremely fun. You can ask Holster. He had fun and all that stuff too. It's fun, and you can get the best. The one over here, you get the best fucking homemade root beer, and you buy this bottle for like, I don't know, $8-10, and during the day while you're there, you can go there and get it filled up for like free the whole day. And it's like a big old fucking bottle like this, and it's got the little cork that goes in with the little metal thing and stuff that snaps out there. And they have this it's all homemade. It's delicious. They have they do the night stuff. I mean, they got shows, they got singing, they got food, they got craft. I mean, they got all that stuff. It's great. It's wonderful. And you got people walking around dressed up all weird and saying, "Oh, my lady, my lord," dance. I can't do that, but I will definitely watch them do it. So those are the stories of some Louisiana crime for this evening. I'm hoping the weather's good tomorrow and I can go write tickets. Keeping my fingers crossed. Other than that, I really don't have much. I got some bitching I want to do, but I'm going to save that story for a Patreon episode. The bitching. Of course, if I don't have anything else I put out before, we're definitely going to be here Wednesday for the show. I know Holster will be here. I'm assuming Freebird will. I'm thinking, unless he has anything with Fuzzy Hack going on. Other than that, you ain't got to thank me, JoJo. I thank y'all. Because it's you people over here to talk to me and listen to me. Is the reason I enjoy doing this so much. I thank everybody for listening. Tell your friends, spread it around. Let's get a little bit bigger. Bigger it gets, better it gets, I'd say. Anyway, everybody stay safe. I hope everybody had a fantastic Easter. Don't eat too many boiled eggs. If you have a significant other, they will be highly upset with you. Bam tinnitus thing at the hospital with her mom. That's why I decided to do this so late anyway. I'm getting ready to go feed her hedgehog and turn her lights off on her turtle, or go take care of the Great Danes. And me and Duke are going to go get in bed and put some on TV and go to sleep. Yes, there is plenty of pieces of shit, Kelly. Good night, Aaron. Y'all have a good night. Remember, watch your back, watch your partner's back. We're not sheepdogs. Got me a lion right up there. See it? We are lions. Y'all have a good one.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way.
So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day.